Bit of time since I've done this, but I did need to jump on. I did need to talk to you guys about a few different things, considering this market has been the wildest market that I have ever experienced. Now, I haven't been in real estate for decades. I mean, I'm 34 years old, so it definitely has not been decades, but I've been in this industry for about let's say about 7 years. Um, some people know that I've kind of been in and out of it over the last couple of years due to family issues and family health reasons. But I at least just want to jump on and talk to you guys today about a few different capacities. So the first big thing is the mortgage rate. So we have not seen mortgage rates drop. Now we have seen them kind of settle down to that 6.2 mark, give or take several points, just depending on where your credit score is and everything else of that nature. But beyond that, we have also seen the fact that this is definitely now a buyer's market. And it's difficult for a lot of sellers after coming out of last year and the couple of years before that to see this market saying, "Oh my god, we all got to stop. We all have to be on this halt now." Now, and I don't want to scare you guys just yet, because there's a bunch of opportunities out there as sellers, as buyers, and as renters wanting to get into this pool of people. So I do want to start off by talking about the seller side. So I know a lot of sellers are very stressed right now. I mean, I'm a seller right now as well, and I know that I'm stressed. But beyond being stressed, beyond being worried, and all of the other different adjectives that come along with that, um, just hold out. And the reason I say that is because this market is going to be very favored to those sellers who have, not just jumped off the market, not just pulled their property off the market, but for those who are saying, listen, I do want to sell. Let's bring us a contract. Let's figure out how we can make this work, and let's figure out what those next steps look like in order to bring everybody back in. So with a lot of that, it's been good and bad, let's say. And I say that because we're all frustrated about the roller coaster that we all see this market being in. There's some weeks that are absolutely phenomenal, and there's some weeks that we're like, what are we doing here? Like, what is this actually doing? So I do want to say, steady the course, believe in your realtor, ask questions, and figure out if you guys should take it off the market for 30 days, 45 days, or if you guys should just leave it on the market, because there are those buyers out there that are still very serious about uh, jumping into a property and getting into a property before Christmas. So with that being said, on the buy side of things, this is your time. If you have been wanting to take a look at different neighborhoods, if you have been wanting to take a look at that dream home that you're like, I know exactly the location I want to be in, I know exactly the location and the property that I want to be in, why not ask me, and let's go out, let's talk about it, let's figure out a plan that we can go down so then you can get into that house that you love so much. And on top of it, you might have to sell your house. Now, don't worry, because you don't always have to sell in order to buy, even though you might feel that you have to. And we can talk about that, but give me a call so we can discuss a lot of that, so we can go through those ideas and those plans and motions. So beyond that, the other big thing I wanted to talk about is being a renter and understanding that this time right now is going to be getting very close to basically you paying for a mortgage, especially if you're looking at a two-bedroom and you want something that's a bit more turnkey, bit more luxury without being over the top luxury. And I'm sorry, but we should definitely look at buying you a house, getting into this market now, because this is going to be the best market for anybody looking to buy and hold for the next couple of years. Now, I do know that there's a lot of different things and variations that could hold you back from that, but what's holding you back from at least having that conversation? I know that there's a lot of people that are moving not just from the Springs and Fort Collins, but they're moving from Denver to both of those places. And even though I might not be an agent down there or up there, I do have a lot of close friends that I do work with in multiple different areas. So, with all of that being said, I do hope that you guys understand that even though we start seeing this being a buyer's market, it's not entirely a buyer's market. It's also a market for those sellers who are really looking to sell, looking to get into that new place, and for those renters that are saying, hey, listen, I was on the fence and I've been on the fence. I have some cash now. I know that, I can put 4,000 a month for a house, and I could have somebody renting out one of the spaces. So then that way I can offset some of my costs. Now, that's easy to do. And we can talk about multiple aspects of that nature. And if you need a loan of some sort, I also have you on that aspect as well. Not that I do loans, but I can connect you with somebody and we can walk through the steps of how this is actually going to help you and how you can actually save some money by having somebody in there to rent a room or something of that nature. So let's talk, let's sit down, let's get a figure, an idea, and figure out what you're needing so then we can get everything else going. So you are in a happier place. You found your piece of the American dream, as we all used to say, in terms of buying that house, having your own space, having your own property. And then we can also figure out how we're going to create equity for you as well. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'm trying not to be on here for too long, but have a wonderful day. Finish the week out strong. Much love to you guys and stay safe, stay happy, and stay healthy. If you can't, at least have some fun.